one of my favorite subjects, shoes. Now, I'm really big on having a very minimalist closet. I've been trying to cut down on the amount of shoes that I have, going for quality over quantity. So a lot of my shoes are classic black, classic silhouettes and shapes. I'm really into Oxfords. I'm really into statement pieces if I need them. But for this trip to Tokyo, I learned from last year's trip, which was that I packed way too many shoes and I didn't pack insoles. So first and foremost, I'm going to tell you how much my feet hurt from walking everywhere. Now, if you live in a city like New York, you probably won't relate to this at all, but in LA, we don't walk anywhere. We're always on our bums in the car. Having to make us walk like a block or two down the street is like pulling teeth. So my feet got exhausted. And thankfully in Hong Kong and Tokyo, there was like hot tubs and there was like a way to like alleviate the like stress on my feet and my legs and my back. But for somebody that doesn't walk all the time, it was really difficult. So very, very first thing, and I think everyone can relate to this, is to buy insoles. These are Dr. Scholl's. They are the sports kind with arch support because I have flat feet. You'll notice that they've got a little bit of a heel on them. They're really padded, and I did a bit of a test run with them. I will say this, that if it's a tight pair of shoes and I just barely fit in them, I can't wear these with those because you need to accommodate for the padding. So keep that in mind as you're packing and you are going to do insoles, but these are most likely going to be a lifesaver. These are also marketed as for fatigue and for when you're walking around a lot. So highly recommend that you check out some sort of foot padding, some solutions for that. And I'm going to show you the 3 main shoes that I plan to bring with me. So it's April, we're going to be going in the middle of spring, and it could be hot, it could be cold, it could be a whole bunch of things in the middle. Right now it's raining and it's very humid. So I'm not going to bring any open-toed shoes, and when I did last time, I didn't bring them. I'm not bringing heels. You know why? Because I didn't wear them and then they just took up space in my bag. I thought I was going to go somewhere fancy, I thought I needed them, and the answer is no. I'm just going to be walking around all the time. So to combat my anxiety about looking fancy, I'm bringing my vintage dancing shoes. Now, I found these on eBay. You guys can see my cat's tail in the corner. Hi, Simone. I bought these on eBay. They're vintage. They're from the 40s. They've got a good rubber heel and they've got a leather sole. Now, these are great. They're beautiful. I can dress them up and I can dress them down. These are not good for the rain because they are leather bottoms. So to accommodate for that, I'm bringing my Aldos. And these are, you know, just good, solid, waterproof shoes. When it's raining, I could wear them. My toes are not going to get wet. They're quite comfortable. They're very stylish. I noticed personally that there's a lot of very stylish people with really nice shoes in Tokyo. I never saw a shoe that I was like, oh, like those are busted. Everyone has nice shoes, and I'm really big on having nice shoes myself, so I'll feel comfortable in these. My insoles feel great in them. Highly recommend that. And again, like waterproof, good for the hot, good for the cold. Dress them up, dress them down, very versatile. And then last but not least, a cool pair of sneakers. Again, we're tourists, and sometimes we get really hung up on looking too touristy, you know, like there's like all those like things about like, oh, how to not look like a tourist and blah, blah, blah. And it's like at the end of the day, yeah, you don't want to look totally weird and like you're asking to be mugged with your like Crocs and your white socks and like your like sunburn, but you know, you got to be comfortable, you got to be practical. These shoes are my running shoes. They're stylish, they're pink, they're hot, they're so comfortable. I'll wear them in the middle of a zombie takeover and I'll be totally fine. Again, with the insoles, they're very comfortable. They're padded inside. They're not very heavy. Same thing with the rest of my shoes. That was the problem I ran into last time. I brought rain boots with me. It rained twice, and while I was really dry and my feet felt okay and comfortable, I lost like a couple of pounds worth of weight because I was lugging these heavy shoes around. So between these 3 shoes, I feel like I'm set for life. I'll be great in Tokyo. And you know what? I might just buy a pair of shoes while I'm there. So always think ahead and, you know, pack as minimally as possible is what I say. So those are the main pairs of shoes that I'm bringing with me. And hopefully I'll buy another pair or 2 while I'm there. And yeah, I'll be both stylish and comfortable, which is really important while I'm walking around all day. Yay!